the psychology behind lucky girl syndrome and why wanting more works. Welcome to Mindset Shift series. There is a moment many women recognize but rarely name. It happens just after an affirmation lands, just after a meditation lifts something, just after hope opens a small window. For a brief moment, the idea settles in. Things could work out for me. And then, almost immediately, the body tightens. The mind begins to negotiate. The nervous system braces. The familiar voice returns. Don't get ahead of yourself. This isn't negativity, it's conditioning. Women are often taught how to endure, not how to expect, how to cope, not how to claim, how to hope quietly without demanding continuity. So when something like lucky girl syndrome appears, it resonates, not because women are naive, but because it touches a truth they've been disconnected from, the idea that expecting good things might actually be allowed, yet without understanding why it works, it never holds. Luck is not random, it's an orientation. What is commonly called luck is rarely an event. It is an orientation toward life. People who appear lucky don't float through life untouched by difficulty. They experience rejection, loss, disappointment, and delay, just like anyone else. The difference is not what happens to them. It is how their system interprets what happens. They do not treat a setback as a verdict. They do not interpret disappointment as evidence of personal failure. They do not assume that one closed door means the world is hostile. Instead, there is a quiet assumption running beneath their behavior. This is part of the process, not the end of it. That assumption changes everything. It changes how long they stay, how many times they try, how they move after falling. Luck in this sense is not optimism. It is expectation without panic. Why expectation feels risky for women? For many women, expectation carries emotional risk. Expectation feels like tempting fate. It feels arrogant. It feels unsafe. This is not accidental. Women are often rewarded for being adaptable rather than anchored, agreeable rather than self-directed, grateful rather than demanding. Wanting more is subtly moralized against. It is framed as selfishness, entitlement, or dissatisfaction. So women learn to desire carefully. They learn to say they would like something, but not that they expect it. They learn to prepare for disappointment even in moments of possibility. They learn to downplay hope before it becomes visible. This internal tension, wanting and bracing at the same time, is what makes feeling lucky unsustainable. Ego, selfishness, and the fear of wanting. There is a misunderstanding around ego that runs deep. Ego is often portrayed as something dangerous, loud, inflated, selfish, unattractive. But psychologically, ego is simply the structure that allows a person to hold themselves together when outcomes are uncertain. A stable ego allows someone to fail without dissolving, to desire without apologizing, to persist without constant reassurance. Women who are taught to suppress ego don't become humble. They become fragmented. They struggle to hold confidence consistently. They overcorrect after disappointment. They shrink their expectations in order to stay emotionally safe. What is often labeled selfishness is actually self-directedness. The ability to organize life around one's own internal compass rather than external approval. Without this, expectation cannot stabilize. Why affirmations lift and then collapse. Affirmations are not useless. They are incomplete. They create a temporary cognitive permission. They open a window. They introduce a possibility. But if the deeper system still expects loss, rejection, or instability, the affirmation has nowhere to land. It becomes something the mind repeats while the body remains unconvinced. Soon the familiar loop returns. This won't last. Something will go wrong. I shouldn't get used to this. This isn't resistance, it's protection. Expectation without safety feels like a threat. Expectation is not delusion. There is a fear that believing in good outcomes is delusional, that expecting more is unrealistic, that it sets one up for disappointment, but expectation, in its healthy form, does not deny reality, it includes it. Expectation does not say everything will go smoothly. It says difficulty does not define destiny. Expectation does not require certainty, it requires steadiness. This is why people who truly expect things to work out are often calm rather than euphoric. They are not constantly manifesting, they are not convincing themselves, they are simply not organizing their identity around fragility. From hope to expectation, hope waits. Expectation moves. Hope asks if it is allowed. Expectation assumes participation. This is the shift that changes lives quietly. Not overnight, not dramatically, but consistently. Expectation allows a woman to stay in the game long enough for outcomes to change. It allows her to take rejection without collapsing into self-doubt. It allows her to want more without feeling morally compromised. This is the right to expect more, not because one is special, but because wanting more is not a flaw. It is information. Luck as a baseline, not a peak. Feeling lucky was never meant to be a peak experience. It was meant to be a baseline orientation, a calm assumption that effort is not wasted, that desire is not dangerous, that continuity is possible. This is not fantasy, it is psychological permission, and permission changes how long you stay. Becoming someone who expects good things. This is not a relaxation meditation. This is an identity shift, a rewiring, a recalibration. This is where you learn to stop abandoning yourself and start becoming someone you can build a life with. Take a slow breath. Feel your shoulders soften. Let your body settle into the truth that you are safe, you are here, and you are ready. Ready to meet the version of you who finishes, who follows through, who expands, who knows who they are becoming long before the world sees it. Today you start living from your future self instead of your past. Settle into stillness without effort. Allow the body to soften before the mind tries to understand. Let the breath move naturally. Imagine a version of you who does not flinch when things go well. She does not rush to celebrate, and she does not brace for loss. She expects continuity. Notice how she holds herself. There is no performance in her posture, no anticipation of collapse. She is calm because she is internally referenced. Step into her stance now, not as fantasy, as memory. Feel what it is like to stand without apology, to want without guilt, to allow good things without negotiation. Breathe as someone who is allowed to stay open. There is nothing to prove, nothing to force. Let expectations settle not as excitement, but as steadiness. This is what safety around more feels like. Remain here. So let it become familiar. Repeat these affirmations in a way that feels good to you. I am allowed to expect continuity in my life. Wanting more does not make me selfish, it makes me honest. I do not need to collapse when things go well. I trust myself to remain steady through uncertainty. I allow good outcomes to feel normal. I am safe holding a larger expectation of life. Calm is my new baseline. I stay in the game long enough for things to change. When you're ready, bring your awareness back to your body, to the room, to this moment. But keep the shift. Carry the identity. Carry the clarity. Carry the boundaries. Carry the self-trust. Carry the future self that has already begun speaking through you. You are becoming, not through thought, but through action. Rise gently. You're already the person your past self hoped you'd become.